Well, hello and welcome back to the Daily Brew, the devotional, where every day we drink a new brew of coffee and we see what God is brewing for us in the Bible. Yes, it's cheesy, but it's true. And today I'm excited to be in Auckland, New Zealand. That's where you join me from as we continue on our Bible in a Year plan, day 64. Great to have you with me today. I'm excited about what God is going to say. I'm actually really excited about this session today, so looking forward to getting into it. But before we go any further, let's talk about the scriptures that we're going to be reading today. Oh, you thought I forgot, didn't you? No, I almost. Let's talk about it. The scriptures that we're reading, they're in the descriptions on every platform as well. Proverbs 6, 20 to 29, Mark 12, 28 to 44, and Leviticus 13, 1 to 59. So those are the scriptures that we are reading today, and I'm looking forward to getting into it. But before we go any further, let's talk brews. And today I am back with my Supreme brand, loyal Wellingtonian brand. And today, oh wait, maybe it's not a Wellingtonian brand. Is it Wellingtonian brand? See, I should have really looked into that. Regardless, I like Supreme coffee, and you can't tell me any different. It is their boxer blend, and we've had this already in an espresso and in filter. So today, I've got it in the plunger, or the plungeur. Remember, this is their dark blend, so we're looking for dark chocolate and malt biscuits, strong and punchy. So that's what we're looking for in today's Supreme roast. Let's see if we can do that in the plunger. As always, for those of you who are wondering what the plunger plan is, we're going for 3 cups in the plunger. So for that, I use 23 grams of coffee, 340 mils of water, and we brew for about 5 minutes. You can head to butfirstcoffee.nz if you want to know more. That's B-U-T first coffee.nz if you want to learn how to make a good plunger. That's what I've been using. Very, very helpful. So let's have a look and see if we like this flavor. Strong and punchy with some dark chocolate and malt biscuits. Let's give it a try. We blow. Yep. Well, you got a strong punchy taste there. Strong on the malt. Double dipping. There's a very light dusting of dark chocolate, but it is strong. It's a very strong coffee. It punches you in the face like it says it should on the packet, and there is a malty taste in there. Do you know what I like about it is that they've provided some, but not like an over-exaggerated taste flavor profile. So I love that. Full-bodied, flavorsome in the mouth. It is really strong though. It's a strong coffee. So if you're looking for strong coffee, I strongly recommend, see what I did there? Excuse the pun. Strongly recommend the Boxer from Supreme. Give that a try and you'll like it. That is it for today though in terms of the brews. Let's get into the Bible and let's get into it. When it comes to the heart, Jesus spoke about the heart a lot. He used it as a metaphor to the inner life. Jesus used a word that means the seat of the physical, spiritual, and mental life that we have. The heart is the center and the source of your whole inner being, thinking, feeling, and willing. You know, your heart, it actually weighs less than 450 grams. It beats 10,000 times a day and over 2.5 billion times over the average lifetime. That's incredible. Your heart is incredible. Your heart is valuable, not just for life itself, but also for the way that we live life, according to Jesus and the Bible. God is concerned with your heart. He wants you to have a healthy heart, not just physically, but morally too. And there are a number of Instagram. There are a number of Instagram. Wow, that's hard to say. Try saying that 10 times fast. There are a number of Instagram influencers focused on how to keep your heart healthy physically. But today, what I really want to do is I want to look at a couple of ways we can keep our heart healthy spiritually. The first way is we need to look out for lust. Lust is not just a guy's problem, okay? It's been stereotyped within the church that lust is just a problem for guys. But in our society today, porn use among girls is on a concerningly high rise. The level of affairs are high. The shows that we watch are more and more sexualized and accepted than ever before. It's not just a guy's problem, it's a guy's and a girl's problem. Lust is a dangerous thing to be playing with, and we're told explicitly that to not let it into our hearts. Sex and sexuality within marriage is brilliant, it's great, but when it's abused, it can burn like fire in your lap. Adultery is not just a physical act. Remember, Jesus says that if you look at someone lustfully, you've committed adultery. So let's make sure that we're on the lookout for lust, and we make sure that we don't let it into our hearts. The second thing I want to talk about is to love Jesus, right? God is love. Jesus is God, and so he is love too. Jesus says the greatest commandment for us is to love the Lord your God with all of your heart, and the second is to love your neighbor as yourself. Loving Jesus overflows into loving others. Jesus doesn't care about legalism or religion. He cares about your heart and the love that you have for him in your heart. That's the difference. It's the love that's in your heart. The next thing is to look at your own heart. It's so easy to look at others and make judgments, to think that I know better and that my heart is in a better place than their heart. It's also tempting for me personally to be driven by success, accolade, and public praise. Sorry about that. Just fix this microphone. I karate chopped that. Sorry about that. Jesus, he calls out the leaders of the day because they focused too much on the hearts of others and not on their own. They were focused on receiving honor and praise from people and not on the condition of their own heart. God is concerned about our heart, my heart and your heart. And so we need to be concerned about our heart too. When we are, we can make sure that we're in right place and right standing with God. The next thing is to keep a holy heart. As always, Leviticus talks about the regulations for every part of life. Remember that these are all tied to holiness, and their motivation was supposed to be to please God. These rituals and rules were supposed to reflect their heart for God. Unfortunately, we as people didn't do well at staying in line with this. And by the time Jesus was on the earth, the religious leaders had taken the heart behind the law and twisted it away from love, devotion, and from a holy heart towards God to something laced with pride and focused not on the heart, but on the outward appearance. Being holy is not about the outward appearance. It's about your heart. If you keep your heart holy, your outward life will change to reflect that heart. Verse of the day. Yes, verse of the day, it's time for that, so let's talk about it. Mark 12:31 is our verse of the day. Love your neighbor like yourself. If you're gonna love others, you first need to love yourself. Often, we judge others after comparing with them and not liking what we see in us. So I want to encourage you, learn to love you. God does. He sent his son down to die for you. So you must be pretty good. And that is it for the Daily Brew today, day 64, done and dusted. Thank you so much for joining me today. I pray that God is speaking to you through this word as always and that you're getting heaps out of it. I'm enjoying it. This one was fun to talk about the heart. I love it, love it, love it. Hey, if you are getting things out of this that you want to share, feel free to pop it in the comments on YouTube or send me a DM on Instagram. I love hearing from you. It's so encouraging to see what God is doing in your life. Also, take a moment and share this on your social media. Send it to someone you think would bless their life. It's never too late to start a Bible in the year. Often we think January has to be the time we start it, but you can start a Bible in the year at any time. So feel free to send this to someone who you think is going to bless their life and get into the Word of God. That is it for today, though. Thank you so much. If you haven't done so already, please follow and rate the podcast, subscribe to the channel, click the bell so you never miss a devotional. If it's the start of your day, have a great rest of your day. Unless it's sleep time, good night, sleep tight, and we'll see you tomorrow for another day here on the Daily Brew.